All right, real quick. I promised May 23rd would be my last day, and that's still happening, but there's a twist. Last weekend, my bosses hit me up with a part-time offer to keep contributing after my honeymoon in mid-June. So here's the deal. I'm officially out of the office on the 23rd, but I'll be back doing some remote videos for about a month while they search for a new host. Win-win, right? You get fresh content, and I get to hang with you guys a little longer before I'm gone for good. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to why you really clicked. Some rookie stat predictions just dropped that have Falcons fans buzzing, especially when it comes to sacks. Two Falcons rookies are forecasted to be top 5 sack leaders among all rookies in 2025. That's huge. Jalen Walker is tied for first with Abdul Carter from the Giants, and James Pierce is right there at 5th, tied with Shamir Stewart. Both Falcons taken in round 1, and the prediction is these guys will bring the heat right out the gate. Look, 5 or 6 sacks might not sound like a ton on paper, but hear me out. The Falcons' pass rush has been dead last over the past 4 seasons combined. So if these rookies come in and drop even 5 or 6 sacks, that's a game changer. I'll take that in a heartbeat. In fact, there are 5 rookies from this class predicted to hit 5+ sacks, tying the NFL record for rookie pass rushers since 2017. That's 2 more than last year, 4 more than 2020 when only Chase Young hit that mark. Rookie pass rushers rarely explode out the gate like this. The last few who led their class with 8 or more sacks? Brady Fisk, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, and none even cracked double digits except Micah Parsons. So these Falcons rookies? If they hit those numbers, it's not just good, it's historic potential. Here's the real kicker. Rookies putting up sack numbers like this? It's been decades since the Falcons saw anything close. We're talking all the way back to 1970. Yeah, you heard me right. 1970. The last time an Atlanta Falcon rookie even came close to 6 sacks was basically before the internet existed. The best rookie pass rusher in the last 25 years? Tack McKinley with 6 sacks in 2017. So if Jalen Walker hits 6 and James Pierce gets 5, stop everything. That's massive. Together, that's 11 sacks from 2 rookies, roughly 25% of the Falcons' entire sack total last year. That's not just impressive, that's a complete game changer for a pass rush that's been struggling for years. And here's how I see it. Walker might be a little smaller, but stronger. Pierce, he's lightning fast, maybe the fastest on the team. Walker played all over the place in college, edge, off-ball linebacker, so the Falcons will start him at edge but probably slide him inside on 3rd and long to get their best pass rushers on the field together. I think Pierce will actually rack up more sacks as a rookie. Why? Speed can be a shock at the pro level. In college, Pierce blew past guys. In the NFL, tackles are just too quick, and teams will scheme hard to slow him down. Walker, on the other hand, might take a little longer to hit his stride, but could become a real force by 2028. So here's my bold call. Pierce leads the sack race in 2025, with Walker peaking a bit later. Now that's one bold rookie prediction. But there's more Falcons rookie talk happening, especially about the DBs, Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman, picked in rounds 3 and 4. Stick around because those two could surprise us all. Here's a nickname you don't hear every day, Fire and Ice. That's how the Falcons DB coach, Jerry Gray, described Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman. And trust me, this story is too good not to share. When asked why, Gray said, "You media guys will understand once you talk to them." So let's break it down. When Bowman was asked about his rookie expectations, he didn't hold back. "My expectations are always to start right away." Boom! 4th-round pick coming in like a straight-up alpha. He said, "I'm an alpha, and I know the other guys here are too. We're going to compete and push each other." I love that fire. This is the NFL. Only the most competitive survive. If you don't believe you can start, get off the team. Period. Now here's the ice, Xavier Watts. His approach? Cool, calm, and confident in a different way. "I'm trusting my teammates and coaches. We'll see what happens." That's a laid-back LZ-type mindset. No hype, just focus. And that's totally fine. You don't have to come in expecting to start, you just have to be ready. This fire and ice dynamic could be exactly what the Falcons need in their secondary. On the field, Bowman is going head-to-head with Alfred Phillips for the nickel spot, while Watts is battling Jordan Fuller and DeMarco Helms for a starting safety role. Will either start Week 1? Honestly, probably not both, maybe not even one, but the competition is on, and that's what matters. All right, let's get real. Neither Bowman nor Watts might break the Week 1 starting lineup right out of the gate. That's normal for rookies, especially in the secondary where experience matters. But don't let that fool you. Both of these guys are absolutely guaranteed to be starting for the Falcons at some point in the 2025 season. Why? Because they bring different but equally lethal skill sets to the table. Billy Bowman. He showed some serious coverage chops at Oklahoma. The kind of coverage that makes quarterbacks hesitate, that disrupts timing and forces mistakes. And on top of that, he's got elite ball skills. We're talking about a guy who doesn't just shadow receivers, he goes after the ball. He's a playmaker, the kind who can turn defense into offense in a heartbeat. Xavier Watts? Man, this guy is a ball hawk extraordinaire. He led the entire country in interceptions, not once, but for 2 years straight with 13 picks over that span. That's a ridiculous number and a testament to his instincts and football IQ. When you've got a player like Watts roaming the secondary, quarterbacks can't sleep easy throwing in his direction. The drama behind the draft day decision. Here's where it gets really interesting. According to Josh Kendall from The Athletic, Atlanta was absolutely thrilled to snag Watts when he fell further down the draft board than expected. He slipped, and the Falcons seized the moment. They even gave up a future fifth-round pick just to move up to number 101 because they were terrified the Raiders, who picked just 3 spots before Atlanta, would grab Watts first. Imagine that. Atlanta was so sure of Watts' potential that they were willing to pay a price now to avoid losing out later. And let me tell you, those Raiders fans might be kicking themselves right now. You don't pass on a talent like that without some regret when you see what he could become. Why this could be a game changer for the Falcons. Look, every offseason fans gush over their team's draft picks. Everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid, hyped up on hope and expectations. But I'm not just going through the motions here. I genuinely believe these picks could be game changers for the Falcons' defense. We're talking about a secondary that desperately needs playmakers, guys who can create turnovers, lock down receivers, and turn the tide of a game in a single moment. Bowman and Watts bring exactly that fire and calm precision, fire and ice, if you will, that could ignite this defense and keep offenses on their toes. If these rookies develop as expected, we could be looking at the start of a new defensive identity for Atlanta, a unit built on aggressive, confident, and smart play. And that's something this franchise has been craving. Wrapping it up. So yeah, the road might not be easy for Bowman and Watts at first. There will be battles to win, adjustments to make, and lessons to learn. But the potential? Off the charts. Atlanta's front office made moves to grab real talent, and now it's on these guys to prove it on the field. Keep your eyes peeled. These 2 rookies could be the surprise story of 2025, and I'm here for every moment of it.